Hi guys, welcome to this vlog. This is a day in the life vlog. So I'm going to take you through my day. It is Friday, it's a school day. So I've already finished preparing her for school. So she's taking tea so we can rush. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. I've already done a couple of things, so many things before this time. I usually wake up before her, I do a couple of things. So if you want to see my morning routine, like what I do from the minute I wake up, how I prepare, before I even wake her up, what to do up to this point, let me know. Because if I add it up now, it will be too long. It will be like a movie. But I can do a morning routine separately.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me.
So guys, Nairobi is cold. If you watch any YouTuber from Nairobi, you've heard them complain over and over. It is freezing. Let me show you what we've done. So she's putting on a top inside, her dress, school sweater, this jacket, which they are not supposed to be putting on. They're not supposed to be putting on, but with this cold, no. Mask. And then these. Sometimes you can't even see her. You can't even see her properly. And then finally these. I can't even see your face. Like this. Because the cold that we're dealing with. No. We're not going to hospital. Not me. Hey!
Been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes.
So I'm back in the house. Can you hear that noise? That construction noise. I'm debating whether I should do a voiceover, because that noise will go on the whole day up to 7 p.m. So guys, I decided to do a voiceover. So that is what we'll do for the rest of the video. It is currently 8 a.m. and I'm just getting started with work. If you've been here for a while, you know that I left my former place of employment, but we are working on a particular campaign together. So that's what I'm working on this morning. Because it's a campaign, you know that there are specific times that we should send out communication, and I'm still doing what I used to do previously as a communications person. As I've said, Nairobi is very cold, so I have to grab my throw blanket, my socks, put on my sweater, like just be ready for work. I also have my bottle of water because I like to keep everything that I need within reach so I don't get up. One of the ways that I maximize my time, one of the ways that I make sure I get things done is by time blocking, and I've spoken about that several times. I even have a video on how to manage your time effectively. Time blocking simply means that you set aside a particular time to do a particular task. So for me, this is 8 a.m. So I decided I normally do 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I said for the next 1.5 hours or 2 hours, I'm not going to get up from this seat, whether to go to the washroom or to drink water or whatever. I'm not going to get up until I complete whatever it is that I want to do. So for this particular campaign, we have messages going out at particular times. So what I normally like to do is sit down and craft all the messages that will go out that day, or sometimes even that day and the next day. Look for the pictures, select the flyers that I'm going to use, communication stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you.
So on this particular day, I didn't stop at 10 a.m. I worked up to 11 a.m. because that's when I finished everything that I was supposed to do.
If I can lay down beside you, I would.
So from there, it is now time for me to exercise. And I like to exercise in my living room or in my kitchen corridor. So it is very, very cold. I decided to do that in my living room. So I'm just like setting up. I wanted to record it, of course, because I'm vlogging. So that's why I was setting up my ring light, because I don't have natural light in my living room. So if I'm vlogging, I prefer to use my ring light. I normally move the table just out of the way. Okay.
Every night, love to hear your voice, not sleeping well.
It's been a while since I vlogged. I've taken, I think, like a 2 weeks break from YouTube. So I think even when I was setting up the camera initially, like that is not for YouTube. That is normally for Instagram and stuff. It's for YouTube, it should be horizontal. So I normally do workouts from this page called Pop Fitness. This is it. I have 2 particular kinds of workouts that I normally follow. So I just start with a normal jogging, like a light warm-up. And I don't know why I normally put on a sweater, because before I even get to the middle, I normally get so hot and I have to remove it. I must say that I've come a long way with exercise. Initially, especially when I did the Chloe Ting's challenge, I felt like I was dying. I couldn't breathe. It was so hard. But for the past few weeks, I've been exercising consistently 5 days a week or 4 days. 5 days, that is Monday to Friday. And what I've realized is that the more I do it, the easier it becomes. Like right now, I can do a 10-minute, 15-minute workout without feeling like I'm about to collapse, without sweating like I've just like gotten out of the ocean or something. So I like it. With anything else, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So this particular exercise, the trainer usually says, kick out all the stress, kick out all the negativity, kick out anything that is preventing you from achieving your goals. And I like this part so much. I don't know how men do press-ups. This is the most difficult exercise usually for me, but now at least I can do it. And this particularly do it with one leg raised. When I started, I couldn't do it at all. So yes, girl, kick out all the stress, kick out all the negativity. Yes, yes, yes.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are.
When I see this particular exercise, I get excited because I'm not like, I know we've come to the end of it. It is usually very, very tough. But you know what? At least I know that I've come to the end of it. Good job, Linda. So now it's time for me to shower. It's just showing you like I'd sweat, but just a little bit, okay? So I want to get into the showers. There's nothing like the feeling of taking a hot shower after exercise. It makes you feel so good. So now I'm done with my shower. I want to apply my makeup, and yes, I love drinking water. I love the taste of water. It's weird. So I'm just getting my makeup stuff. There's a section of my bedroom that I try to avoid showing you because it's a work in progress. I started this project last year. I haven't completed it, and I just want to show you when it's done. So that's why I'm not showing it to you. I'm just getting my makeup. I can't believe that I use all these at this point. I used to be that girl that would just apply Fair and Lovely and lipstick. I loved lipstick, but now I do the most: the foundation, the concealers, everything. So I'm just applying my primer, and I normally use coconut oil. That is just to create that barrier between makeup and your skin, to protect your skin. I'm not going to show you the entire makeup process. I'm just going to do a little bit here and there.
If I could lay down beside you, I would.
So it's time to apply my foundation, and I'm using the L'Oreal foundation in the shade 370 Deep Dark, if you are the same shade as me and you want to purchase it. And then I spray some water on top, because you know what, we are looking for that dewy look, that glowy look, that smooth finish. Okay, and the trick to makeup, you know, is blending. Blend until it looks like there's no difference between the makeup and your skin, like it's just one thing. So blend. And I don't know what I was dancing. I like dancing a lot. So now I'm applying my concealer just under my eyes, and you know those areas that are usually dark or have dark spots, so that you can brighten your face. And I use my beauty blender. Sometimes I use brush, but this I prefer to use a damp beauty blender. Damp, not wet. Just sprinkle some water so that at least everything can fit in again. Blend till everything becomes one. So I've skipped some parts. I've already applied my loose powder. This is my compact powder. I use Luron. So after that, yes, I'm always dancing. I don't know why I'm always dancing. There was no music playing. I don't know what I was dancing to. But yes, girl. So from there, I'm just going to spray my setting spray, so that because we're looking for that dewy look, glowy, not the kuparara, the dry face. So I'm applying my eyeshadow. It's 12:20 p.m. I was already late, so I decided not to do my eyebrows. I'm just doing my eyeshadow, and then I use my eyeshadow as my blush. I love blush. Okay, so it was already late. I was supposed to take food to my daughter's school, so I decided no eyebrows take time, so I just did the basic makeup. Usually I don't take lunch to my daughter's school every day. I prefer to pay for her, because I get her from school at 3:30, so I only have between 8 and 3:30 to work, and I like to maximize it so that by the time she's back, I only have little to do, or I've finished whatever it is I wanted to do, so I can spend time with her. But if you're a parent in Kenya, you know that you are given only 1 week only. Like, schools closed for only 1 week, so we had 1 week to look for fee and I don't know what, all the requirements. So at this point, for the past 2 weeks, I've been delivering the food, because you know what? Hey, there's no money. So that's what I'm doing. I'm warming the food. I prefer not to cook. If you've been here, you know that I don't like cooking. So I just cook enough during supper, and then I warm it during the day, whether I'm taking food for her or not. And yes, we like dancing over here. So I just warm the food, take it to her school. And you know, in this school they don't allow you to see your child during lunchtime, because they say that the child will see you, they'll start crying, they'll want to go back home with you, which makes sense. So what you do is that you just take the food, you give it to the teacher will give it to your child, no? And then this is for the younger child, the ones in preschool, okay? The older kids, of course, they can start crying. So that's what you do, and then you come back and you see your child at 3:30. This was beans and chapati. She loves beans and chapati, so I just give it to the teacher, and yeah, that's it. Went back home. So if you have noticed, I had not taken breakfast. I normally take breakfast at 11, but I was late. So you see, I decided to take my tea together with my food. And yes, Queen Linda, yes, Queen. So I was just taking tea and food at 1. I don't even know how these days I can do it, because I'm normally that person who wakes up hungry. I wake up and I'm already hungry, so I prefer to take tea either at 7 or 8, the earliest I can. But these days, I think my body has just gotten used to it, because I started sort of intermittent fasting, not the vigorous one, like I can't eat, I'm very strict on it. No, I'm just like, the earliest I want to take breakfast is 11 after my exercise. So 11 to 12. So these days, I've realized that I can go for that long without like feeling hungry. So this was it. And I like watching as I eat. So after that, this is now 1:30 p.m. I'm back to work. As I told you, we're in the middle of a campaign, so which means that their communication needs to go out at particular times, and some of those times are lunchtime, because that's a peak hour. People have time to read your messages as they're eating. And because I'm doing communications, that involves making calls to like a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm just finishing up on. It is currently around 2:30. I'm done with my work. So an idea came to me. I was like, why don't I just take photos? Because I had like an hour. It was a Friday, so we normally have like meetings to close the week. They start at around 3:30. So I was like, you know what, I've already finished everything that I needed to do. Like, this was such a relaxing day. I don't even know, some days are crazy. I wake up to night time. So I was like, let me take the opportunity to just take some Instagram photos. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just setting up, and then that is the Bluetooth that I use. So yes, let's get to the poses. We just try the different poses to see what works.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try.
And then you have to check if you've gotten good photos. And yes, I did. I got some very, very good photos. Ooh. So an idea came to me. I was like, what? Change and take more photos. Like, so you can post them on different days. It's called batch content creation. Okay? If you see influencers posting photos, it does not mean that they took all those photos on that day. But yeah, you have to check them like different occasions and then post. I wanted my caption to be something to do with reading. I don't know why I was laughing, but so that's what I was trying to do, trying to get different poses with the book while still trying to hide the Bluetooth, because that's what I used to click and it takes the photos. Yes, you have to keep checking if you have good photos, because you know you have to take a lot of photos for you to at least get some good ones. And yes, adjust the height.
You say you will, but then you don't. Let go. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy.
At this point, you're wondering why I keep adjusting the height. Your girl is tall. I got some really good photos. Yes. So now it's around 3 p.m. So I'm just waiting for my meeting, which will start at 3:30. But now also, before that meeting starts, I need to go and get my daughter from school. I'm supposed to pick her up at 3:30. So I normally leave at 3:20 because the school is nearby, so that by the time they just open the gate at 3:30, grab her real quick and come back for the meeting. So for this particular meeting, I'm normally like 5 minutes or 10 minutes late, and yeah, I've already explained my experience. There's nothing I can do. I have to be at the gate at 3:30. So parenthood is hard. So I was just trying to be on social media, and yes, of course, this is Instagram. I love Instagram so much. So trying to be on social media, trying to watch, but I was a bit restless. I was watching Wabosha Maxine. If you don't know her, she's a Kenyan YouTuber. Yes, this is Wabosha. So I didn't show you when I was going to get her from school because I was doing that real quick. But now we are back. It's around 3:40. Luckily, the meeting hasn't started yet. So I was like, let's just chill here and wait for the meeting. But I was like, instead of just chilling, bring your homework so you can do it. It's a Friday. What I've realized that if I don't make her do her homework on Friday, I can forget about it and remember on Monday morning. So you're like, Friday, you have to do it immediately you come from school, whether it's a Monday or it's a Friday.
Not much to do when all I can is think
I was looking at the note that the teacher wrote for me.
Don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long.
Yeah, I was looking at her previous assignments, homework. The teacher had marked them. I was telling her to keep quiet because the meeting was just starting now. So I was attending the meeting and also helping her with her homework. Like, it's a multitasking thing. If you are working mom, this is what happens sometimes. Because for this meeting, luckily it was just listening in, and then I would give my opinion later on, so I was able to do both. And then she fell asleep halfway. I don't know if she got bored because I was in the meeting and not entertaining her, but she fell asleep. And then the meeting also just came to an end. Just gave a report of what I did for the week, the challenges I had. Like, that was it. So it's night time. It's 7 p.m. As you can see, it's dark outside, and I have plates that have piled up on the sink that I want to wash, but at the same time I also want to cook. So it's a multitasking thing again. So I'm just boiling water so I can use it to wash my omena or daga. I'm preparing omena. No, I'm from the lakeside here. So this is the omena, and those are the ingredients. I'm going to prepare it with skuma and garlic. And then I like watching something when I wash dishes or do something. I like watching. So I am on Instagram live, following, like watching Cat. If you don't know who Cat is, I can't explain. So yeah, that's it. I hope that you're safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you. So I'm done with the dishes. I've poured the hot water inside here. I don't like sieving it because if it has like mchanga, what is mchanga, sand, it will come out with it. So I normally just like to scoop it out using fork. You see those things? Those are the things that make your omena or daga bitter. Is it bitter or sour? So if you say, oh, it's normally very sour, it's because you haven't washed it with hot water. So I like using solid oil for omena because omena takes up a lot of oil. So I decided to use the remaining chapati oil. This is normally what I use for chapati. It's cowboy. I added some also liquid oil, and then I had to push the camera far away because this omena has a little bit of water. So if you put it in the oil, it can burn you. I also have to run away and then come back and put the remaining one. So this is our omena in the oil. Just let it fry. Don't be in a hurry. So after a while, you see it has fried. It's becoming so crunchy. So that's when you add your onions. I had placed the ring light in a weird position, so the light was not illuminating the omena, so the color, not getting the real color. But as you see, it is now very, very crunchy. This is when you add the tomatoes. If you add it before, it will have this soggy, weird, not tasty taste. So after that, you just leave the potatoes to cook, become soft. Then your tomatoes are now soft. People normally turn off the heat at this point, but not me. I just let it cook some more, and then now we're done. So this is the omena with we normally call them kales, but these are collard. This is collard. Look at how green they are. Look at my omena. I tell you, this dish was delicious. So it's around 8:30. My daughter and I are just having supper. My daughter is watching her cartoon. I'm telling you, it was so delicious. I had to look for a better position to sit. So we're just going to eat, and then it's a Friday, so it's just like a chill night. We're just going to afterwards I'm going to watch a movie. She's going to watch her cartoons. We're just going to relax because she's not going to school the next day. I started this vlog at about 7:30 a.m. so there are so many things that I had already done before then. I couldn't include all of them, and also in the evening there are things that I've not included because if I did this vlog will be like a movie long. So if you want to see a morning routine, like what I do from the time I wake up, what time I wake up, I'll be happy to do it. If you want to see an evening routine, I'll also be happy to do it. Just let me know in the comment section. Tell me, Linda, please do a morning routine or an evening routine or both, and I'll be happy to do that. Guys, this is where I'm ending this video because there isn't anything else you're going to do. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for watching my videos. I don't take your support for granted. Until next time, bye bye, and see you in my next vlog.